Hi everyone, Denise Hahn here from In My Blue Room Designs, and have a great jewelry project for you to make today. But don't worry, you don't have to be a jewelry designer or a jewelry maker to make this project. It's that easy. We're going to use G45 Staples metal flowers and a few supplies that you could pick up from a local craft store, or if you happen to make jewelry, I bet you have everything you need lying around your craft room right now. So grab a small pair of pliers, meet me over at the table, and let's get started.
Okay, so these are the supplies you're going to need. A little pair of pliers, and you can use your husband's pliers if you need to. Just make sure you put them back. You're going to want 3 of the G45 Staples metal flowers, 2 small, 1 large. You're going to want some jump rings. You're going to want 3 vintage buttons, and the important thing about your vintage button is you want to make sure you have the shanked back button like this. Preferably metal, but it doesn't have to be metal as long as you can actually fit it through the back of the flower, like so. Then you're going to need some chain. I got this Blue Moon Beads brass colored chain from one of the craft stores. And I also bought a package of clasps to go with it, but you can buy a single clasp. You can actually buy some clasps that already has jump rings in it if you want, and if you wait for the 40% off sale, you can certainly do this pretty inexpensively. So let's put those aside, and I'm going to show you where to get started. Okay, the first thing you want to do is measure out your chain. I sort of just draped it around my neck, figured out where I wanted it, and to unhook the chain, you're just going to take your pliers like that and use your thumb and just sort of bend it that way. Pull your chain off, close that back up. You can use that to make a bracelet or something else. Put it aside. Okay, so now I have my chain the length that I want it, and since I have kind of a tight shot, you can't really see it. But what I'm going to do is find the center, and I do that by just folding it in half, sort of putting my finger right there where the center is, and that's where I'm going to start my necklace. All right, the next thing I'm going to do is get my G45 Staples metal flower, and these little things are great. They're made of a really pliable metal, so you can bend them any which way you want. I've already put some bends in them, but I'll show you how I did it. I just grabbed my pliers and I did a few little bends here and there to give it a little movement. You don't have to bend it if you don't want. I just think it kind of gives it an extra little vintage look. So since this is my center focal piece, I'm going to use my biggest vintage button, and I'm just going to put it through the hole back there. Easy, snapped right on. And then I'm going to grab a jump ring, and this jump ring happens to be open already, but you can just grab it with your pliers. And you'll notice again, I use a twisting motion this way and not an opening motion this way to open jump rings. That's not the way you want to do it. And then you're just going to grab and pick up the back of your bead, and then you're going to just basically attach it right on to the center of your chain, like so. Normally, I would grab a pair of my needle nose pliers, grab this and bend it back, but this is kind of soft and you may not have another set of pliers, so just kind of use your thumb and push it back together till it kind of, comes to a close. And there we've put on our first bead, our bangle. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the next 2. Force your bead through there, kind of pick out, it looks like that's a good ring to put it on. Far enough apart, yet close enough together. I kind of want them touching. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of these on, and you can just watch, and it's pretty easy. Okay, so here's the clasp I picked out. I think it's perfect because it's a leaf, and what goes better with a flower than a leaf? And these are real easy to put on. One of the things that kind of helps me remember which side it goes on is I sort of turn my necklace around the way I'm going to wear it. And this is going to attach this way, and I'm going to be pushing that through that way. If you're right-handed or left-handed, one way is easier for you. So pick that way. For me, I think this way, putting the toggle through is a little easier for me. Okay, so to attach this, it's super easy. You're going to take another one of, going to take another one of your jump rings, bend it apart just like that. You're going to put it through the ring on your clasp, attach it to the other end of your chain, fold it together like so. Perfect. And then this one, you're going to do the exact same thing. Got all my jump rings kind of attached together. Attach it through the ring, attach this here, fold it together. Oops. Well, this one, it's kind of open a little more than I want it, and especially on a clasp, you want that to be a little tighter. So I'm going to go ahead and squeeze it just together a little bit more so it's touching. Then with these toggles, sometimes can be kind of challenging. Sometimes they don't want to go through the hole. This is a pretty big hole, so I don't think I'm going to have any problems. But if you wanted to lengthen it, you could just keep adding on a couple jump rings to make this a little bit longer. It might make it easier to go through. So, but this one, like I said, it's got a pretty big hole. So when you pick it up, you're like, that doesn't look good. Well, don't worry, because it is going to be on you. And no one will know the difference. So I'm going to go try this baby on, show you how it came out, and show you a couple other ideas that you can make, jewelry ideas that you can make with Graphic 45 staples embellishments. Okay, so real quick, I want to show you another project that I made using Graphic 45 staples flowers. For this bracelet, I used some metallic embossing powder, and then I took a vintage earring, clipped off the back, and glued that on with some heavy-duty glue. I used the rest of the chain from the package in another one of the little toggles, and it just came out so cute. There's so much you can do with their embellishments, and they have butterflies. You can layer them. I'm really excited to make some more jewelry with them, so I hope you do too. If you happen to make something, I'd love to hear from you. Send me an email to inmyblueroomdesigns@gmail.com. I'd love to see what you make. So have fun. Okay, everyone, so I hope you had fun doing my quick and easy little jewelry project. As you can see, I have my necklace on. It looks really cute. It lays nice and flat. And here's my extra little bracelet I made to go along with it. I just love how this came out. I think I'm going to take this apart and do the embossing on these because I think it came out great. So have fun making your Graphic 45 staples jewelry, and we'll see you next time at In My Blue Room Designs.